Okay, we're joined by the Indiana Hoosiers at this time. Please raise your hand for questions. Please make sure you identify yourself with your media outlet. Go ahead, front row.
Kyle Tucker, Courier-Journal. Yogi, how much have you watched Tyler Ulis? What do you think of his game? And is this one of those kind of matchups that guys like you and him get really excited about to go against each other?
He's been a great point guard all season, leading his team. You know, he finds his guys really well with, you know, the lobs that they throw because they have athletic bigs, finds his shooters, and he's just been a great player for their team, and he's a big part of why they've been successful this season.
Other questions out here? Front row.
Andrew Allencourt inside the hall. Yogi, is there any added significance to this game because it's Kentucky, such a rival?
Well, we have a lot of respect for Kentucky, just, you know, the level of their play and how they've always played very well. So, you know, we're not going to get into the rivalries, you know, so much. You know, this is just us versus them now.
Other questions? We have a microphone holder in the back. Okay, we'll go back up front here. We're on a limited time range, so please be aware of that, folks.
Yogi, are you the type of guy that gets up for an individual matchup when you know the guy that plays your position across from you is considered one of the best in the country? Does that motivate you to sort of acquit yourself well against him?
I wouldn't say so, not at all. You know, this is definitely going to be a team effort. You know, 5-on-5, it's not 1 versus 1, 1 versus 5. It's 5-on-5. So, you know, I don't get too hyped into the matchups. I go out, play the same way we played all year, stick to our strengths, and not try and do anything fancy, just try and go out there and get the win.
On the left side, front row, by the aisle. Go ahead.
Fred Calgill with the CBS affiliate in Louisville. Nick, this is for you. Just some thoughts about this season, all the different bumps you guys have had along the way. What's it say about you guys in terms of having survived it so successfully to this point, and how much rides on this game in terms of how the season turns out in your mind's eye moving forward to the Sweet 16?
Well, the way we've been talking the whole year, everything that we've been through has just, you know, strengthened us to this point. You know, the success and the struggles. We've been through a lot of different situations that have showed us how to, you know, succeed through all types of situations that we can face and that we will face.
In the very back here.
What will be, Jermaine Franklin with TSN, what will be some of the keys to slowing down the freshman Jamal Murray in tomorrow night's matchup?
Let's start with Thomas, then Troy, then Collin.
Things that we have to do is maybe just stay disciplined. You know, we have a game plan for each and every one of them out there, and we just got to go out there and follow it.
As long as we stick to our transition defense principles and everything, and getting back on defense, I mean, things should work out in our favor.
We just have to come out and be aggressive and stick to our game plan, and we have a great coaching staff that puts the different things together for every game, and we just have to come out and execute our game plan and get back in transition and limit shots.
Nick?
I think those three hit it pretty much on the dot. You know, they're fast and athletic, and, you know, we have to get back in transition and then take out their half-court sets, and you know, we'll get with the coaches on that. We already have some, and we will continue to.
Anything else to add, Yogi? Okay. Okay, on the aisle here, we'll start with Luke, Associated Press.
Okay. This is for Yogi. Like I'm sure you saw last night, they set the NCAA tournament record with 15 blocks. What's the key to drawing those bigs out so you guys can have the space you want to get the shots you want?
The key is just, you know, always stay in movement. You know, we always like to preach on moving the ball. And I feel like against a team such as Kentucky, since they play such great defense, you got to move the ball, wear them down a little bit, try and get those bigs out, penetrate the ball into the lane, kick it out, and, you know, just find a way because, you know, you especially can't go in there and drive in on those bigs.
On the aisle, left side, guys, go ahead.
Pat Borzi with the New York Times. This is for Yogi. The bow and arrow deal last night was pretty amusing. Is that you just piggybacking on Jamal Murray, or is there what was the deal with that?
Actually, Wesley Matthews started that when he played for, he obviously came from Coach Crean, but I saw him do that first.
We have a question in the back. If not, we'll go up to the front. Go ahead, sir.
Fred Cowgill again from Louisville. Yogi, how much will tempo be an issue in this game, and what kind of tempo do you guys want to play? One of the last times you guys played them, it became a very high-tempo game. Where do you see this game going with that?
I see this being a very fast-tempo game. Two high-powered offenses, especially both of us. We like to get up and down, so I expect it to be a multiple possession game on both ends.
Other questions? Okay, we got at the front here, and then we'll go back.
Kyle Tucker, Courier-Journal. For any of you guys, other guys up there, how have you seen Yogi's game evolve, develop? How have you seen him become more of a leader over the course of this year or his career here?
We'll start with Nick and work our way down.
I mean, in all facets of the game, he's improved. Being a leader out there, communicating, sharing his wisdom and experience and what he sees and his awareness out there have really got us all better throughout the whole year.
Collin?
I think the biggest thing that stuck out to me was how vocal he was every day and sharing it and trickling it down to all these younger guys, even myself, and because he sees the game in a different way, and it's nice to have him be that vocal leader every single day.
Me and Collin probably been with Yogi the longest out of all of us up here, but just seeing him grow from on the court and off the court is just amazing. It all helps us out even better. He has a lot of wisdom of the game, a lot of wisdom in college NCAA, and it's just all helped us.
He's been a real true leader for me, being a freshman coming in. His work ethic on and off the court is amazing. I try and take some of that from him, and I just keep working every day to try and get better with him.
Okay, we got a question on the right, then we'll come over to you on the aisle here.
Tim Sullivan, Courier-Journal. For Troy and Collin and anybody else who wants to weigh in, given the profile of these programs and the proximity, is this a game that should be played every year?
We'll start with Troy.
It's what we came to Indiana for. It's what people go to Kentucky for. Is for these big games. And like it used to be, I would say that should it be? I have no really say on that. But if it were to be, then it's what we came here for. It's for those big games.
I think it's a great rivalry that runs really deep, and it always has, and it always will. Whenever we meet, like we are tomorrow. But I don't really have any opinion on whether we should or shouldn't. We have big games all year long. So we have our hands full the way it is.
Okay, right here on the left side, up by the aisle.
When Fred again with the CBS affiliate in Louisville, when things have gone wrong for you guys, let's say the Michigan game and the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament, what are some of the things that have gone wrong, and how do you correct them in a game like this where you're facing a team that plays such good defense?
Go. I think we got you, Yogi. Go ahead.
The biggest thing I'd say were turnovers to start the game, being loose with the ball, careless with it. So going into this game, we definitely have to be more careful with it. Starting out, going against such a great defense. We saw that in the Michigan game, and our defensive coverages weren't there. So I think those were the two key things for us.
Like Yogi said, taking care of the ball and defensive stops are a big key to our success. And whenever we're not getting stops out there, we have to make adjustments quick on the fly. And whether that's just a reminder in a huddle on the court or in a timeout, we can figure that out, and we have to make quick adjustments throughout the game.
Okay, in the very back here, very back row, last row there. There we go.
I guess this could be for Yogi, Nick, and Troy. With the history of the programs aside, some would say that this is almost unfair that such a strong matchup is happening so early in the tournament. Is this the sort of thing that you guys look forward to no matter what time it occurs in terms of these two teams facing each other?
I would say so. You know, when tournament starts, I feel like anybody can beat anybody. You know, that's why the teams that were selected for this tournament are in the tournament. So I feel like we're just gonna play this game how we've always wanted to, not try and look at it as, you know, we're not gonna treat them as any different in Chattanooga, just like how the way we prepare, how the way we do things, how we go about our business.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some people might say that it's pretty early for us to play, but you know, we don't look at it like that. Everyone has to win 6 games if you want to win this tournament anyway. So everyone at this level is great, and they're here for a reason. And you got to win 6 games, win the whole thing.
Collin?
Like Nick said, you have to beat everybody anyways. Yeah, there's a great team to play. They're very talented, very athletic, and very skilled, and we got to come out ready to go. Like Yogi said, we're going to prepare the same way we have all season. We never have changed that, and we've been locked in all year long, so we can't change that now.
Other questions? Any?
Wallace, WTIU in Bloomington. My question is, none of you obviously have played in this rivalry, but Coach Crean has been a part of it before, and some of the guys that have graduated, like Victor, have been in this game. What have they told you exactly about it and about the history?
Was that addressed to a specific person again?
Anybody.
Okay, why don't we start with Yogi, work our way down, Nick, Collin.
Coach Crean has just said that this is going to be a very up and down game. So, you know, get our shoelaces ready. Got to get back on defense. You know, Kentucky's always had players that can score at a high level, high rate. So, you know, the main thing is, you know, you just got to get your win right. Got to get ready for this game because it's going to be a, you know, a very fun game.
Yeah, transition defense is going to be big. You know, they like to play up and down. We do too. They've always liked to, you know, kind of get up and down, and you know, we have to be physically and mentally locked in for anything that they're going to throw at us, and we will be.
Growing up in Indiana, I've obviously watched the games every single time they've played, but they're always highly talented and highly athletic, and get out and run and block shots and score at a high rate. So we just have to prepare the way we always have and come out with the right mindset.
They done said it all.
I don't really know that much about it, but I'm going behind my teammates of what they know, so I'm just going to be prepared for anything.
We have about 5 minutes left in this session, so any other questions out there? Okay, back to the front row here on the aisle.
Fred again at the CBS in Louisville. If this season ends tomorrow for you guys, how will you look back at this season in terms of its success with the Big Ten regular season championship and overcoming so many adversities, losing James Blackman Jr.? And the flip side of it, if you'd advance to the Sweet 16, is that an endorsement more of where you've come from at the very beginning?
We're going to start with Thomas and work our way toward Yogi.
We see our season as a success, but we don't see it dying tomorrow. You know, we're just going to keep working, you know, and just try and get better each and every day.
If the season were to end tomorrow, looking back on it, we'll see everything that we overcame, everybody that we proved wrong, and I mean all the success that we've done. But I mean, if we were to advance after tomorrow, then it's just more success and more memories to make and more things to overcome.
I think that the Big Ten championship that we won was just a stepping stone in our journey. We're glad to have it, and I think that we all appreciate it and that we worked hard for it all season. But we also have an ultimate goal. So tomorrow is another opportunity to get closer to that next step.
I'm right there with Collin. He said it all for me.
Same thing with Nick.
Other final questions? Anything else? Okay, in the back row here. Gentleman standing up there.
Alex Martin Smith, Atlanta Journal. Tyler Ulis and Jamal Murray get most of the headlines on that team. Who's the third guy on Kentucky that can give you a lot of problems if you're not paying attention to him?
We'll start with Yogi and work our way down.
I say definitely Willis, him being, stretch 4, stretch 5, that can knock down 3 at an unbelievable rate. Scout can knock down 17, 15-footer. And you got Poitras down there in the alley, the block area, that can score over any shoulder. So, you've got multiple guys on that team that can hurt you in any way. So, the biggest thing is, stick to our defensive coverages.
At this time, at this time of year, anyone can play well and make shots, and whether it's those two guys making shots or someone that doesn't play a lot making shots, you have to focus in on every single one, because one shot here or there could be the difference in the game.
I think the big guys down low are a big key, keeping them off the boards and making them foul and not let them block shots and create transition opportunities for them. So we have to be smart with the ball and be aggressive on box outs.
Another one will be Isaiah Briscoe. He's very crafty with the ball. He can get to the rim. He can get fouled. And then, like they said, they're bigs. And Willis is also a really good one.
Any and everyone on that team, on that Kentucky team, is a threat on the court. So you just got to be aware of anyone that comes on the floor and take it from there.
One last question at all? Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow.